chilling until?
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta pause until we inside.
Blessing.
We inside. Make sure the phone.
Look it.
Right. Yeah, boy.
Look it.
Finally. Finally.
Talk to them,
He reached.
talk to them.
Well, he reached.
2022.
Oh, good.
We here.
In the yard.
Yeah, rubber dub.
In the. Ooh, I seen better without the glasses, man.
Big blue top.
Aye.
No matter you see me white.
Boom. Yeah, yeah.
Top of the year, the right
And
foot.
let me make.
No,
That.
I
Just making sure they see that thing in the tub. Like, not just a tub of ice. It's not just a tub of ice. That thing.
You bring the top of the
Right.
Aye. Before you come
Make sure
here.
I'm from down here.
Aye.
I almost reached, and I see, watch, the cake missing.
Wait, now you went back
Cheese
to the
and
cake.
ages.
Can't come out with my hands free.
Yeah.
So let's start off the year. Which one we on? Which one we on?
What? Oh, so, right. Cut
You
to
know, we don't.
Let's start off the year on the right foot.
Yeah, do your thing.
That's the wrong foot, but I
right
know.
foot here. Boom.
I know.
Make sure I start on the right foot.
Huh?
The right leg.
Yeah, but you're holding the wrong one.
No, I'm putting it up. So it should be on the right foot.
Right. You bring this whole
So
bag.
start off the year.
You bring your whole
Where will the back
bag.
again?
You hide it so now. You
Where will
hide
the
the
back
bag.
and take him on?
Leave
Friends,
back.
welcome to Rubber Dub. The 2022 season. You understand? I must have put a couple of
Yeah. They deserve it.
No, leave it.
Go ahead, they deserve it.
You go ahead, brother.
No, go ahead, they deserve it. Go ahead.
Then waste it out.
No. We waste it
So
out.
here what happened, fellas, before we toss to the anthem.
Yeah.
Don't give me the explanation yet.
Yeah.
I sent the video.
Give me it after.
No.
Yeah.
I think you need to digest it when you go watch the anthem.
Yeah.
So I'm watching this video. I sent the video, the one I didn't download. That is the video I was watching actually.
Okay.
On my phone.
Okay.
Connected to the battery.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm laughing. Because I happen to be able to catch up with it.
Yeah, Cassandra. Yeah, Cassandra.
You should start
Yeah,
it.
we were telling you. We cater, we cover.
So I start waiting the battery with his phone. Get. And I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Pressing send now, one share. The minute the sharing, you know you're doing so. I'm putting down the phone on top of the shelf here. So one hand doing this and one hand here. And then by the time I put down the phone now to finish zip, unzip.
Right.
The phone bunks on
Oh, gosh.
some napkin.
Whatever it had on top.
Yeah.
And let's start off, I watch the phone.
So you try to catch back the phone.
And I'm grabbing air. Two hands on it, everything like that. Air.
Oh my
And
God.
the phone properly well sit long in the toilet.
Ooh.
Thank God.
Thank God that's number
But
one.
didn't leave yet.
You didn't do that yet.
I tell you, because it's no zipping.
Yeah.
So, you know, men can multitask people.
Hey,
The thing and the things that I've, and when I start
do this correct.
the
Yeah.
everything
Right.
that was supposed to come out went back up.
You done it.
I was thinking for about an hour or two
Oh my God.
because I take up the phone now. You start to pray on your phone.
You had to put it in rice.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I was in rest for about 48 hours after that. You know, especially when you had to open up the phone for the rice thing. You can't put your phone as is.
Yeah. Hey, Adi.
You understand? Hey,
So
Rubber dub.
So your phone,
Yeah.
the back piece can come out, the battery can come
I
out.
don't
It's
have
a
the right
seal.
tools to open
It's a seal phone.
Yeah, is that? Yeah.
Oh, one of those. Ooh, yeah, boy.
It's a waterproof phone, you know, but
Yeah.
during the year
It
2021,
must be a P-proof.
Yeah.
falling and the phone screen keep chipping away.
Oh, God.
And I promised myself a phone
Is that
screen
iPhone, yeah?
Yeah, boy.
for Christmas.
Is that a good otterbox or something like that? Anastasia,
So
It was a Samsung.
good night, my love. Good night, my dear. Happy New Year to you
If
too.
it was a Samsung, it would have
if your screen compromised,
That nothing.
my screen compromised.
You don't get to make a 2 call and things.
I was talking to Kester and Dick. You know Kester Dick?
Nah.
You know Kester?
Okay.
He's over dial.
Oh, right. Yes.
Kester tell me, "Alan, there's an iPhone you have 7?" I say, yeah. He said, "Buy me my phone too, boy." I said, "What happened to your phone?" He said, "But the screen cracked, boy. And it falling water."
Oh,
And
gosh.
like that woman transfer.
Oh, gosh.
I should say in the name of Jesus. Friends, I tell you, it was pain and sweat for a whole week.
Well, listen. The thing started, huh? The thing started.
Oh God, don't take no call.
Oh, good. Alright, they're going.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we will toss
And
the
then
anthem, friends.
And then I like it call Alan, and I like it deal with him.
Then we
I
waste
call
one on
him.
everything.
Harriet.
I don't know what's wrong. I know who tell all that. I don't want to tell my sister to tell all of that. I tell you,
That she trust me.
I said I didn't give you any information to pass on.
But she trusts me.
Just say, can't get on to man because...
It's known your sister. But we ain't going to leave that there. We're going to leave that there. Harriet.
We
What's
was just
up?
trying to figure out
What's up?
how it happened.
Thank you.
Because we saying if you're in the toilet and your thing and is that
Man, Judas.
You know?
Judas is right on the set here. That's why this is what I do.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, now we take the anthem please and when we come back, we go deal with Alan, the phone, the toilet, the cake, the drinks, everything. Even now, wait, trouble is this? And you go tell me about the trip to Tobago, how it was, thing, everything when we come back. Take the anthem.
Hey guys, so this is the actual recording, Culture Don't Close Down, Culture Don't Fall Out, written by Mr. Ronald Ford and sang by yours truly.
You never know when a comedian serious or joking. The country was shocked to see Harold Beerback crying. People thought he was filming a new TV episode. We cultural archives were telling in a dark hole. How we value the works of those who contribute. For my cultural expression, money can't substitute. The images will remain embedded on my mind. And for my culture, I'm reflecting all the time. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. It's a continuum between generations. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. That is how we just pass on tradition. To protect the archives of my people's expression. To save the soul of this great nation. Our people's culture keeps them strong and provides stimulus to carry on. Tell them culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. The will of my people make the bailiff pack up and run. Dang, 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 dang. If my dreamy Patsy was wrong and still walking, she would have the bailiff on their toes running. Just would have hit them licks in one of the episodes. Bona St. Rose would have ring she bell and give them blows. Thanks to the generosity of the people of TNT, they say the cultural works of my country. Bassy Henville must be feeling so proud of we for protecting and saving Gaia TV. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. For a few dollars you can't tell culture close up shop. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. It's Western TV, you want me cheer on to watch. What's wrong with seeing people on TV looking like me? You culturize my children with Bert and Ernie. Our people's culture can only be about money. Seeing yourself on TV brings a different energy. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Philomena would have beat them with cheap bucket and mop. Dang, 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 If Mr. Roscoe was in the mansion that fateful morning, that is where the archives would be storing. Tyler Spade would have come bushy things in the kitchen. Sprang along would have give them a good tongue lashing. It's a serious lesson that the country learned. Your cultural archives must have a permanent home. By the evening they had to leave Gaia TV alone. The power of the people paid off the loan. Tell them culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Monetizing cultural assets show and stand as a platform to perform. Our cultural legacy would have carry on. We thank Errol Fabian for standing strong and reaching out in the time of need and desperation. Thanks to the people for their contribution to the Guided TV on its way building back strong. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall down. Guided TV on its way back to the top. Tell them culture don't close down, culture don't fall down. Culture could only summer, but it will never flop. From the Ganges and the Niles emerged chutney. Calypso evolved from the brutality of slavery. The Spanish influence carrying for all and we, and the English Privy Council is still with we. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Displacing the archives is a recipe for this unity. Culture don't close down, culture don't fall out. Dang, 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 hey, hey, where you going with that? Culture don't fall out. You, hey, I pay the money. We pay with money.
Alright, friends, you want to know how has it been? Oh, my off now.
You forget to put it back on. Oh, yeah, no, you take it off. Oh, we had to put it back on. Just hold it down until you see it get blue. Right, it'll get blue. Oh, Lord.
Press on them.
Right. Yeah, no, I ain't seen you. You ain't beaten here at all. You ain't beaten here at all.
1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Nice.
Nah, nothing.
Not nice yet.
Not nice yet. But anyway,
Good.
they're here, they're here.
Harriet.
Don't worry,
Yes.
they're here, man.
Harriet, nice to see you on as well.
All right, take a break. Take a break.
Let me take a quick pause and we coming back. We just want to sort all this here quick. So we have to make sure all you hearing everybody. So Eric, drop in a quick pause. And when we coming back, don't worry all yourself. We go fix the thing.
So we can make a better world. We can make a better place to live in. We can make a better world, yeah. In this world that we're living in, it's only time for the reckoning, yeah. Every day now it feels so cold because mankind is ruining the very place that we have to walk, killing off the faces that we have to talk. It's a dangerous world, yeah, and we've got to change today. So stop the hickory, the duck and all the bickering, because the lights of the world seems to be flickering. Come off that Samsung version that you're listening and hold a real vibe with your sister and your brethren. And when we come together as one, we can have a brand new day, a new day under the sun, yeah. We can make a better world. We can make a better place to live in. We can make a better world, yeah. Alright, alright. We can make a better world. We can make a better world. We can make a better world. We can make a better place to live in, yeah. We can make a better world. So we can make a better world. We can make a better world. Alright, alright. We can make a better place to live in. We can make a better world, yeah. I say the times get red and redder still to come. We have to stand up firm here in a Babylon. You got to believe and know that you're a chosen one, and let your light shine for the world so they can understand that the places we have to walk, the beautiful faces that we have to talk, makes it a wonderful world, yeah. So we've got to change today. So stop the hickory, the duck and all the bickering, because the lights of the world seems to be flickering. Come off that iPhone version that you're listening and hold a real vibe with your sister and your brethren. And when we come together as one, we can have a brand new day, a new day under the sun, yeah. So we can make a better world. We can make a better place to live in. We can make a better world. Yeah. Alright, alright. We can make a better world. We can make a better world. We can make a better world. We can make a better place to live in. We can make a better world. 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 Alright, we can make a better world. Make a better place to live in. Yeah. We can make a better world. 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 We can make a better place to live in. We can make a better world. We can make a better world. We can make a better world. Alright. So we can make a better world. I know. So we can make a better place to live in. Oh yeah, we can make a better world. So we can make a better world. I know. We can make a better world. Alright. So we can make a better world. It's true. So we can make a better world. Me and you. We can make a better world. We can make a better world. We can make a better world. We can make a better. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Not a die. Oh, la la la. Give love to stay. Oh, oh, oh. Love is stronger than war. So give love. Love will destroy every foe. So hear me now. Love will make the good times last. So give love. Love will heal hurts of the past. Master of the universe, hear our cry while we pray. Saturate our lives with your peace, oh Lord. Let your love start with me today. Oh, oh, oh. I'll start my day with love. Along the way, give love. I know that God is love. I'll find a way in His love. Love is stronger than war. So give love. Love will destroy every foe. So hear me now. Love will make the good times last. So give love. Love will heal hurts of the past. Come on, take my hand. Every woman, girl, boy, and man. Love will heal our land. Agape love is God's plan. Come on, take my hand. Every woman, girl, boy, and man. Love will heal our land. Agape love is God's plan. I'll start my day with love. Along the way, give love. I know that God is love. I'll find a way in His love. Hey. La da die, la la love. Give love today. La da die, la la love. Give love today. Oh, la da die, la la love. Give love today. La da die, la la love. Give love today in the morning. Oh, yeah. Give love today in the nighttime. Yeah. Give love today.
How nice you think looking? You want the rest?
Yeah, I mean,
It's
no one people get new thing for Christmas,
I
eh?
want to trade on. Rest of it, go there.
Yeah.
Go mash it up.
The old one here, fling it.
Yeah.
No one get this one here.
Right, so we supposed to be good there now. Nice. Power songs.
Hopefully, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Make a better world.
That big one.
Yeah.
Produced by who?
Well, of course. Man, listen on the quiet.
So Harriet, you like me said.
Yeah. We designed this set here. Yeah.
I'll come across.
Oh, yeah.
Now I have to make sure I don't want to straighten my eyes. Fine.
Bring the screen closer.
Nah, it's alright. We good to go. I can see that. I just want to make sure certain words clear, you know.
You have 2 inches more.
Nice. Yeah, you're good. You're doing good enough. You're good well.
You did well,
Pat yourself on the back.
So far.
Nice.
Hey, Eric, why your mic mute, man?
Serious? No.
Yeah, I fixed it. Nah, I had it.
Right.
Right. We bouncing nice. Here. Everything bouncing nice here. Yeah,
So
that's
I come here and I sit down and I say like, this is a nice yard to sit down and do a thing.
yeah.
Yes, a studio.
Say the word. Say the word.
We could do thing
Yes,
here.
say the
word.
Right, what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Right here.
Yeah.
All you have to do is organize and get some more chair with backs now.
Now we gonna fix that. Don't worry. Hey, although we taking sponsorship.
Did I do anything?
Oh,
Yeah, we need
this
some
one we sit down
chairs.
So that's what I balance
Need
for 2
some
hours.
chairs, yeah.
We
And
take.
while they're at it,
Yeah, we taking sponsorship.
while they're at it,
Yeah,
I receiving 8, 10, and 12. 8, 10, 11 or 12. Eyes. iPhone 8, 10, 11 or 12.
Yeah.
If you
It's
feel
better
like
everybody
sharing,
need to feel.
give in.
Better we buy them.
You have not because you're asking them.
We ain't buying no
I will
iPhone,
listen
fam.
until, you know.
There's a phone call.
Don't worry yourself. I will get the
Yeah.
tempered glass and the case. I will get it for myself. You see
have
about the
a
first
phone.
half, I will see about the next half. Don't worry yourself. You know. So if all the fellas, you know,
And did have a phone call track?
use the electronics kind of
Ask
guy.
me what, boy.
Yeah, and you know,
We don't ask me.
knowing that you know you had a bouncing Christmas.
A bouncing Christmas. A bouncing Christmas.
Me box somebody.
I understand.
I know. I check the thing.
I don't know.
Somebody.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're
Hopping
talking about.
Christmas. You should be in the mood to give this January.
Still in.
I say a hopping Christmas.
Yeah, I still lost. I still trying to figure out.
I hope that when you know what, you need to talk to God and harden not your heart. Whatever God tell it to do.
I like when you say that.
Harden not the heart.
I will drop a file. Look like it.
Listen to the man. 8, 10, 10S plus, and
It have that in bills. 10S. And we have 10.
an I. It's our 10.
In bills.
It has no.
No, we have 5, 10.
You talking about
20
You still
bills.
talking money? I talking phone.
Yeah, I know. Me taking you on.
So the accent where you want a S, I say the only letter I can only hear right now in my ears is I's. I want no H, no L, and N, no P. Give me I. Right? Only I. No other letter. For I know S.
I get a brand.
I'm
The
a
brand of
Samsung.
phone what you need is a
Can't do the Android,
waterproof.
but I don't know how they could live on
Is
Android.
a waterproof. Is a
Can't do the
waterproof.
Android,
Watch now.
Yeah, boy.
Let me tell you this story. Right? And Eric could tell you. I was a full-fledged Apple user. This, I passed this on to Eric. And this, I had iPhones, I had Macs, iMacs.
I remember telling you the truth.
Everything,
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
And I do away with 3. When iPhone 6 come out, I had what an iPhone 6. So
Hey, Pap.
bad thing fall down.
Oh, gosh.
Buy next one. Carnival walk in. Take a call on top. A stack of
big truck.
speakers. Yeah, rest it down. Forget it there and then take down the box.
Oh, close.
Off the top. One is big. Buy next one.
You had any tempered glass or anything at all? Any case, nothing?
Tempered glass? Why the height I talking about? Tempered glass is same.
Tempered glass, what you talking about? That is it, yeah. Tempered glass, really, but like,
After the third one, after the third iPhone, I said, that is it. I went and I buy a Samsung. No, I buy a blue. I buy a bloopers.
That is Licks General.
Yeah, I buy bloopers.
Don't you
I say, you know what?
off the Twin Tower.
I can't transform from iPhone straight to Samsung.
Oh, you
Right?
gradually.
So yeah, I
That's
buy
course.
blue.
So you practice with the blue on the Android and then one
And I
to
buy a next phone now, a real nice phone. I forget the brand.
Huawei. Huawei.
Nah, it wasn't no thing brand. That's a nice
Mitsubishi one of them-
smartphone.
Oh, one of them Mitsubishi phone.
I had a wagon and I clean it. And I rest it to the top of the hatch. So I finished cleaning and thing and closing the hatch and say, but what happened to this?
No!
So check me out. Why did that match your clothes, boy? I said, tell me this girl. And I'm going.
The purple.
Raise up now. The purple say, ow. When I raise up the hatch, I said, don't tell me I damaged the hinge in this hatch when I raise up the phone. The phone bent so.
Yeah.
And it
And he was
still
all over there. Oh!
I used that phone for about 3 months.
Ben?
I was done with
It
it.
come around
I had the first curve. I'm not sure that. The curve was like the Batusai sword. Reverse edge. It was reverse edge curve. It wasn't curve to come to him out. It come away.
That phone was just balling every time. Ow! Ow! That phone could have talk.
Ow! I going all over and people watching me with my... I sit on a table and
It's
say...
true. Every phone could have talk, eh? But they can't have mind. Every phone of them true. And I think we need to design a phone for men, especially when we pick up your phone. Hey! She has me! She holding on to me. She going with me.
Yeah.
She opened me up.
She know your password.
She know your password. Hey! She's swiping! A phone just for men. You know, we careless men. You know, you put on the phone and phone like with waves on it. As you put it on. I don't put my hair, I could fall in the toilet bowl. Please put it 5 inches away from this place. It's 10 inches. You know?
You see, fellow run out of the hospital. In the night, they're telling me girlfriend have the phone.
We get better one time. Only back in
Only back to outside.
Is the one who raised up on the coffin. He funeral, but yeah, he phone ring. So you raise up. The girl like you go down inside and you raise up.
Hey, Judy. Happy New Year, Judy.
Wow.
Judy, oh gosh, all the best
Listen.
for you, man. Oh,
It's
God.
strange. It's real weird. When you have these
Nah, boy, phone thing.
phone is...
Hey,
they
you
can
know
break
the night
relationships.
just passed fast, so
Yeah,
let us
can
let us
break
promote
relationships.
We are guests tonight,
Official
yeah.
guests on the night.
We are
Yeah,
official
yeah.
guests.
Yeah.
Official.
Yeah, and I pull
Right.
something. I tell him send some files that you want me to put on air day thingy. Send some stuff.
Yeah.
But he didn't know I have files.
Heavy.
Yeah. He know we are
Yeah.
friends.
Heavy.
He know we are
So
friends.
yeah, so he send anything
Yeah,
no
he
problem.
must
But I have
know.
friends too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But this is our official guest.
let me welcome him now. Come in now, bro.
Come in now, man. Come
So
in
what
now.
if just bring him out
Sanitize,
here?
Yeah, man, just
sanitize
bring
and
him
maximize and... Yeah.
Santinize,
Yeah.
Tau. That's how we do it.
Yeah, your vaccination pass from the airport.
Yes.
From the airport, the one is getting...
Harriet,
Go sit down, sit down. We go
yeah,
talk
girl,
about it.
real after in the house. Real after in the house tonight.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right, welcome. Kevin La Fleur.
Hey, no.
Hey.
Say the man name. Mr. Ferdinand.
I knew it.
La Fleur.
I married you, you know, you remember that?
That's true.
Hey!
I can tell you how long that is.
Ferdinand La Fleur.
Yeah, better you married than the
But
Christmas.
we grew up around the same, in the
Well,
same church.
yeah. Home name,
All
home
my
name,
years,
home
I knew him as Kevin.
name.
In the goalpost when he's still in football. When 5 busting. Yeah, he was too short to say you don't put Kevin in the post and one time, you know.
Ferdinand goalkeeping, everybody go watch him. What are you talking about?
That one man there,
I'm
you
telling you, so I know this from this foundation you're talking about here, we go way back.
Long
So it's
time.
good to have Ferdinand La Fleur. And for those of you, it's La Fleur, it's La Fleur.
Yeah. Say it correct.
Nice.
I got
Ferdinand La
French
Fleur.
or Fatwa.
Entrepreneur.
He's La Fleur, he's from Champlain.
From Champlain, yeah, from Champlain.
Close by.
Entrepreneur. Musician.
Right.
So we just Mr. La Fleur is an entrepreneur
Yes.
from
Yeah.
Champlain.
You're flowing. And then Rodney.
Rodney, hey!
Yeah.
Big man in the dance.
Man say big man in the dance tonight.
And of course, husband,
Yes.
Yes, man.
father, you understand, businessman and all that.
Yeah.
Right.
You understand? So let me
Boy,
hear a
head
bit more.
technician.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, don't forget
But that
that.
fall under the umbrella. Oh, boy, that technician.
That's a magician. That magic is behind.
Yeah, that is magic.
You
Yeah.
talk about that. You talk
No,
about
we
that.
need to talk about that.
You talk about that.
Because I deal with
And
some.
Richie?
You understand? So, don't come to the name now, man.
Oh, I said, you just see. You listening? You just see. You listening, man?
This one Facebook and YouTube and
I
things
know,
like that.
and you see, you always watching.
I got bigger screen, but
So,
people to see.
So Kevon, Ferdinand.
You can call me anyone.
I like Kevon. I have to say Kevon. Kevon, it's a pleasure to have you here. And of course, I don't know which angle we want to take first. Because I am not looking on. I'm sure. So you have to show respect to your family and your loved ones.
Of course.
Most importantly, prioritize that for you, please. So let me get a little bit about La Fleur.
Well, my name is Ferdinand La Fleur. Very simple.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. My grandfather's name is also Ferdinand. My father's name is also Ferdinand. And my son's name is also Ferdinand.
Oh, so you have a fourth generation.
By 4,
That's what you need to do.
Right?
so we have to start calling him Ferdinand.
Yeah. The fourth. But you never take the Ferdinand the third or Ferdinand the fourth, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, that was the thing.
Yeah, gift.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so a lot of persons who know my grandfather was Ferdinand.
So
used to
just
call me
so.
Ferdinand too.
EJ, you hear that? Eric Jr., you hear that?
Oh, that's why he's EJ?
He's Eric too.
Right.
Alright. He's
So-
good.
Okay, that's the
You
big
understand, right?
Eric.
Right.
Yeah, that's the big Eric.
Take note, follow suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
You
what
see
Yeah.
I must say?
Don't follow too much suit, eh?
Keep it going.
Yeah.
Not too much suit.
Keep it good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you had a girl first,
I had a girl first. Right?
you went back to get the boy to make sure the Ferdinand remain.
Of course.
That's
because
what I'm talking
I
about.
nearly call her Ferdinand now. But I mean,
Right.
Now, gosh, bro.
so I went back
That
now.
fit.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
bacana.
Now, if I had a next girl again, I was going back again and again for the wife. You're looking on again and again. You know, I might have about 10 children on football
You
side.
can imagine Diana fish right now.
Hey, no, listen, I'm serious.
Man said
I
again
had
and
an
again,
uncle.
the man
Not my,
insulted.
my wife uncle.
Again.
His first child was a girl. Second child boy. Third child girl. He said, this is it. One more and a good.
Yeah. Come on,
He ended up with 8.
Girls?
Trying.
Girls?
Girls. Till he finally ended up with a boy. Number 8 down the road.
I'll say no more, boy.
He was looking for the balance, but I mean,
I have a friend,
you know.
when she had plenty boy children, she tried, she best to get a girl. Never get it.
She never
The
get
last boy, she tells herself, I done. You know she need the boy? I done. This is no idle talk. She named the boy Adam.
Wait.
Adam. This is no
Wicked.
lie. And she packed it up day. I even wait for the girl, forget. Adam. No lie.
Better tell him that story when you get older, you know.
Well, she probably done tell me already. You feel she make a joke? She does done.
I done.
I done.
You want to
And she named the last boy, she packed it up right in. No girl children, that's a
No,
show.
I get it. I have 2 children. This is 2022.
Yeah.
And I think I get it. I don't want no more children.
Nice. Not even a oops.
If you say
You
so.
want a
if you
oops?
say so.
No loops. No,
You want you want to say,
You
you must have a oops.
The man say you want more Chinese, the man.
That is it.
If he go home later, he miss.
That ain't happening.
Must get a oops, man.
You sign a contract, so that ain't happening.
Nice.
No.
But you know how to steer your ship apparently
course.
because you've been, and in watching you over the years, I've seen you in church as a musician. And
When I see them higher than all them, I like that.
Ayana, it's too high.
Yeah, boy.
Just flip the chair down so and sit down on the
But I
cross.
see Louis,
You can't drop it.
Sit down on the cross.
My bucket.
You're too high.
yeah, I too high here, boy.
But you're in control, in master control.
Yeah, but I feeling like I got bigger than all
Yeah,
them.
that's right.
No.
You are, but
Man, see, man.
You
We just here.
you stay my lad. Stay my lad.
so how long have you been married?
So I'm married about 14 years, right? So but we together about 21,
Yeah.
around 21.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's a long time. That's growing up in church, you know. You see
Yeah.
What day
Going to
What day?
camp.
What day you got married?
Going to
Kevin?
camp and
What day you got married?
What day? October the 20th.
you trying to test it.
You know,
You trying to
listen.
test it. You trying to test
I
it.
prepare my script.
Right. No, you're
I
trapped.
watched the other episode with you.
No, you're trapped.
No, wait, that's not serious thing, you know. I married 15.
She
Yeah.
full shang me.
Yeah. Oh, look, what day you get married?
But I had a question. What do you actually seal the deal as well when I'm be a couple?
That was a day that I can't.
Cannot remember. She would know though.
No, well, to stay true to man form, I can't remember that. You know?
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
I do expect it.
Yeah, that was.
Cyrus,
I
boy.
remember mine.
Big man in the business
Cyrus,
himself.
you want
Cyrus,
different.
you want
Cyrus,
different.
Ferdinand La
Sorry,
Fleur.
one.
I feel you get about
Yeah, you
100,000
Oh,
views.
yeah,
You get 100,000 views tonight. You get 100,000.
Cyrus alone going to share that to a million people.
Of course, Cyrus.
Yeah.
Of course, Cyrus. Cyrus,
Share.
a free haircut for every share that you do, Cyrus.
Listen. And screenshot it and send it in.
Yeah.
And screenshot it.
Proof.
Send it in. Right?
That one must you record that.
So you got married 14 years, and you know, in terms of you know transitioning from just a musician, because we see you grew up in church being a musician. Tell us about that journey from being just a church musician and then going into not just Trinidad, I think a Caribbean musician.
Yeah, of course.
You've traveled to
Yeah,
Man has played with some huge ones.
So I think that was you know, a bit of divine intervention, but and a bit of luck too. Now I used to your brother is one of the best drummers in Trinidad. If all you don't know.
In the Caribbean.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? This is
Drew.
all the people foundation people know Andrew,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So Andrew and I used to kick it in Bethel.
Right.
Now, we was the duo. We used to have Bethel pumping back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
And I mean, you know, life goes on, and you know, we transition into other things. And from there, I went to Nazarene Church in Santa Cruz, and this is where I met Rodney. Right.
Okay.
And from there, you know, we started to do different things. You know, little small jazz gigs here and there. And then we started to play with like people like Professor Fillmore and you know and Alan Moore who passed away and that kind of people. And then now we actually had the opportunity to audition for a group called Divine Echoes. Now we known as the Prime Minister's Orchestra, right? So we went across there, we auditioned, and I mean back in the day we didn't have much musicians, you know, at a particular caliber, right? So I gone into this place now. I quite down here, right? You know, but I know I can talk the talk now, boys. So I talk the talk and I step up.
You can walk
Listen,
a little bit.
I walk that walk.
Yes.
And then the man say, no, you go aside, boy. Listen, that was the worst feeling ever.
You mean go outside?
Go outside.
That was saying, because at the end of the day, I couldn't cut it. Coming out of church, right? And stepping into the real world.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But it is tough. And that's that kind of orchestra finish. So you had to be,
Of course.
you had to be on point.
So you know when you get that kind of feeling as a musician, you have to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
You know, and I get the call back and you know, we was inside, basically.
Hi, Gene.
Gene Morales, good night to you.
Yeah, so from there, I mean, I traveled the whole Caribbean, Sean Gardner, you know, on the gospel side, and then one of my highlights though was when a guy called Jonathan Butler came to Trinidad, right? And I mean, I get the call, you know, when I get a call, you know,
Yeah,
you're
that's
excited as a young musician.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Jump
A foreign
out,
artist
yeah.
now, you know? You didn't care what the price is, you're
Yeah,
still a
instantly,
foreign
instantly,
artist,
yeah.
You know, instantly
Yeah.
money. You know, and I mean, I had a lot of highlights along my journey as a professional musician. You know, and I think I'm still a professional musician. Of course, I'm more focused on business.
Yeah.
Right? But that musical journey took me places that I would have never been. Right? Traveling the world, you know, we went to Cuba for 6 weeks and, you know, different things like that, you know, experiencing different cultures. You know, and then right now, full circle back to church. Because at the end of the day, I believe that God give you a gift.
Foundation.
You know, someone say, and if I could give it back to Him,
Serve him with it.
I live
Serve the
exactly.
church, right?
I live. I mean, we travel. You know. There's always say what happened in the hotel, stay in the hotel.
Right.
At the end of the day, we travel, we had fun, and I survived. So you know what? I will give my life and my skills back to God.
Wow,
This is why I reached out as a
for you,
musician.
Hey.
What's that?
It's stay there. You just said that.
The man wife what?
I said, what's the name of the
The
hotel?
man wife what?
I was
And then
saying
what's
that
the
it's
name
like-
of the hotel?
The guy code. The
I
guy
said, what's the
code.
name of the hotel?
I'll give you one story, Alistair.
Right.
One story, right? It had a time
Right.
that I wasn't supposed to eat. What
So-
was this food? No.
Caviar.
I was no. At that point in time, I was a vegetarian, right? At the end of the day, and that was it.
Meat.
No, I don't know what you're thinking, but at the end of the day, I wasn't eating meat. No, meat for a while, right?
Alright.
And we went to a place, and the food was nice, right? And at the end of the day, I ate.
Eat, like yourself.
No, I don't know what you're thinking about.
No, we talk about the food. Where's the food?
Yeah, of course, and I
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
better belly bust than
Yeah,
food
that's
waste.
food waste.
Yeah, that's
You know,
it.
but at
But
the
you
end
know
of
what
the
they say
day,
about goat and the sweetness?
Let him have
What
this
is
story
it
now,
about
please.
now the story, I can't continue that story because you see, I mean, this
This
life
where it's
staying
going.
up. See, this life staying up.
So they say, what's sweet and goat mouth?
So, Andy,
Yeah, so I feel that the kind of story.
No, but that is true. Eh? At the end of the day, I believe believe that there are certain things that you can say when you marry, and you have to know when to say as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
So of course, you know, and certain things, if your marriage fickle at any point in time, and you go and say something all the time,
Now you can't. You have to.
you ain't just rocking that boat and you're turning that boat over.
Yeah. That Titanic there.
But at the end of the day, it still needs to be said.
Correct.
So, and I live my life and my marriage like that. You know, I'm very open with my wife about, and now more than before, right? And I mean, it took a lot of courage and a lot of you know, openness and you know
Maturity as a matter of fact, because for the number of years you and your wife would have been together.
14.
No, it's 20.
21.
21. Pay attention.
I know.
Right. For that amount of time that you've been married, of course, any marriage, and I don't care if it's Barack Obama or Kevin La Fleur, every marriage will be tested one way or the other.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
You understand?
Of course.
And it will take a certain measure of maturity because, I mean, it's not easy being on the road as much as you would have to be in certain circles as well. And she's at home because you would want to take her sometimes. They might take her sometimes, but you can't take her all the time.
Very true.
And so, you know, there's a certain measure of trust. And even if the story goes left, she has to be a certain caliber of a woman as well to manage what you bring, even if it's on a deficit side. So, understanding that, I mean, it's commendable that you can stay here now and say 14 years, 21 years together. And there are people who can't boast that kind of figure. You understand? And in the type of circles that you are traveling in.
Now, it was no easy road, eh? Now,
Of course
I
not.
mean, it was tight walking for a while too, eh?
Right.
At the end of the day, you know, I mean, being really there, right?
Yeah.
But you know, through counseling partners, you know, friends,
Right.
you know, good mentorship and stuff like that. You know, you will just stay, you know, to get back and you know, right now I work in the plant, you know, but at the end of the day,
She still sings? She sings?
of course, that woman is a singer, boy.
She
She
can
is.
show some tonsils.
You know.
She has some serious tonsils and serious.
We speak about transitioning from the church musician to the professional. I mean, church you could say semi-professional, right? Because some church musicians bad. They're bad.
Some of the baddest in the land is right in the church.
Easy
I'm telling you.
Easy now. You're watching Eric. Easy now. Right? You know, if you start to talk about Eric. Anyway, So, and you said something that I believe is your rite of passage, because looking at your transition from semi-professional to professional, that took you into something else. Clinical Media Group.
You're right.
Tell us about Clinical Media.
So, well, right after Divine Echoes, we split up, of course, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, not to get too political, it happened in a time when, you know, the country was all over the place in terms of politics and things.
Yeah.
And of course, for us as musicians, because we was a tight-knit team, we were like one of the tightest 30-something piece band in the country. That was like, you know, the underdogs, nobody know about us and stuff like that, right?
Look, Neil did very good, man.
Hey.
Neil Jaffa.
Oh, Neil, boy.
Uncle Neil, bad guitarist.
Yeah.
Like Uncle Neil or that Neil?
That is Neil
Like
Jr.
Neil
or
Jr.
Neil
or that Neil
Senior?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah. All the juniors and seniors
Identify
get
yourself.
Everybody naming the children after the Kevin,
that was it.
Neil.
all the juniors and seniors jumping on the same tonight.
Yeah.
Well, if it's junior and senior, you know, much respect to both of them.
Yeah, true. Top DJ, top guitarist.
Yeah. So I was telling you, and from there now, I saw a need in the market because I'm a musician who see things differently. And I mean, we really started off as a lighting company, right? You know, doing this whole lighting stuff and effects and stuff like that, right? Now, my perspective on effects and lighting was so different back in the day, right? And I mean, we would have pioneered a whole culture in terms of, you know, real artistic lighting. And it started off as a hobby. It started off, you know, with 4 lights basically, and it just grew and grew. And of course, in network, and you know, and if there's one thing that my mother, I hope she watching her voice, I'll plan this line now. But listen, my mother will always say, if you're doing something, do it to the best of your ability, no matter what it is.
100.
If you're picking up garbage, if you're selling water, I sell water on the side of the road already. You know, you didn't know that, right?
No, I didn't know that.
All right, we can talk about that.
I didn't know that.
mean,
You should have started that before you got here. That should have been on the
Yeah,
Cyrus, my
and the highway ending?
Echoes was a force to be
Those
recorded.
were the forced to be
Well,
recorded.
before you go, let me just give people a little tease. So you probably heard the name
How long
Clinical
you tend to get
Media.
that teaser?
just a little thing. That's your clinical media.
All right,
man.
all right.
Hey, Janice Ross, good night.
Let them,
She said good
the amount that
afternoon.
companies have already doing all them kind of different productions. At least let them see the quality of work that our guests do.
All right. I like that. Let me see what Rick put up on the table. Let me see. No, that's some nice stuff.
Nah, the clinical media, it has like, I can walk in a room, just like my boy Victor,
Yeah.
for song.
Yeah.
You can walk in a room and say, wait now, audio works,
You're safe.
For real.
good to
Don't
go.
worry. Don't worry.
Close your eyes, you good to go.
Nice.
I actually did something the other night with ART,
Right.
and I was like, who doing lighting, man? I look at him and say, Kevin,
Yeah.
It's all good.
I'm telling you,
So you'll get away one.
yeah, I can say clinical media group, at the end of the day when you see them, you're good to go.
Nah, but I like that.
I tell you,
Appreciate that.
I know that it's kind of I work with a lot of people in different spaces, and I never. He did work for me already. I never had to wonder what will happen with the lights, every lighting thing. When I watch the after effects and like looking back at it,
Oh, we know it. No, we sure.
I know that, but just letting people know. If you call clinical,
Yeah, you're inside.
you just close your eyes, tell me what you want, delivered, and hands down, never fail to impress. And any show that I've done, and you guys are there, never fail to impress.
Well, I'll tell you something I noticed, and I've seen this in many different areas in the entertainment industry. There are people who very technical.
Right.
They had a down pat. But creativity,
Yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the areas
That
he
he
stand
stand
out
out.
because
Yeah,
he is a creative.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So that comes across
because
in everything that he do.
being
He
creative
does.
plenty times, Kevin, you'll come in a room and somebody say, we want to get these kind of lights and blah, blah, blah. And we don't know. And you might understand what the theme might be. And it's, you know what? Maybe if I do this, I'll put some little line for
He's an artist. So
Yeah,
I think he started painting in mind.
So now I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think that your exposure throughout the Caribbean and other parts of the world you probably would have traveled would have helped with that measure of creativity that you bring in terms of transitioning as a musician into lighting? Or how did the lighting thing really start for you in terms of what made you decide, oh, you know what, let's get some lights and do something?
So you hit the nail on the head there, you know? Because when you travel and you see all these different things, right? And it's like you invoke like an emotion, right? With the lights and proper song and all these different things, right? And of course, the audience remembers that emotion, you know.
Yeah.
They don't all necessarily remember the lights, you know. They remember how they felt
Exactly.
in the moment.
Correct.
Right. So I had a lot of moments on stage itself, and I was never able to get that same vibe,
Effect.
when I came back home, right? Not all the time, right? Just for the most part. So I decided, you know what? and I had a lecturer named Wayne Bruno in Costa.
Yeah.
Real bad guitarist too.
That's the boss.
And he was like, listen, if you don't like how it's done, just do it. And I mean, that moment
Correct.
just clicked for me now, boy.
Wow.
I was like, listen, maybe he's right. Maybe it have a void
To fill.
Right, to fill between exactly what I say. A creative person who now has to go and learn the tech. Because I had to go and learn it, It didn't just come natural.
Right.
I had to go and spend hours and upon hours, and I mean, me and my team, and we long hours just learning this thing that we knew nothing about. I remember the first time we hooked up a light, right? And I mean, I call the company now, right, to find out how to jack in a light now, because I don't know how to get to work, right? And this man laughed, he laughed, and I was like, why you laughing? He said, because all I do is jack it never will work. I was like, but that don't make any sense, because, I mean, it's a little different to the song world, right? So, coming onto the song world is so confusing now, how all these lights connected by one cable can make all these different things, right? So I was mind blown when he said, okay, just jack it in, and listen, that man real laugh, but you call him Pa. Actually, you call him Pa. I said, come here, come here. Listen, so that moment now, I decided, you know what? I will spend my time and I will learn my craft. And of course, you study and I mean, you do a few courses online and stuff like that. And I mean, I look up to one of my mentors in the lighting world was well, it still is a guy called Xavier Strings, right? And Song Vision and Rakesh and these guys. I mean, I always love to go to open house just to be inspired. That was one of the
highlights for you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I started off on stage. I used to play
Right.
with Rakesh,
Correct.
with
Correct.
them.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that creative side really, and I had to go and learn the technical and the mesh between the both of them. And I mean, I have set companies that I look at, right? So when it comes to certain things, I actually have it on like a vision board and these different type of things. So it's a science now. It's not just
It's not just reach and just thing. It's deliberately put in
So I have
in
about
sequence.
5 companies that I say, okay, I need to get this. I have a timeline, in 5 years, this is how it should be, and all these different things. And every step of the way, I actually know what equipment you want to buy. And then certain people trust you to do certain events, and you have to deliver. So it's like the combination of all these different things. So like we would have done some really nice large events. Like I did an event for my good friend Gary McSween, right? And Gary did a huge convention,
Gary's
like
big,
5,000 people.
Yeah, that's
right.
big. Yeah,
And when
big.
Gary came and he explained what he wanted, I was like, okay, and you want to back down, you want to still make it
Yeah, can't, sure.
right?
Yeah,
Because you're doing the 2-speaker for light work all the time.
Right.
So when he come with this brilliant idea and he say, you know what? I say I'll come with something a little better than that, right? And that year, I brought in a whole bunch of different things just for Gary event. If you're listening, that was just for you. But guess what? Out of that now, we end up getting so much of other
More
different
businesses.
things.
Right.
Right? And that is just how it keeps going in the industry. Once you keep aiming for that, that benchmark, people will see it, I like this, I want to get it, and you just keep adding to it now,
I like the fact that, and I want to piggyback on something you mentioned just now, and I'm saying I could categorize it a little bit in terms of being not fierce but fearless, because when you come in with a certain measure with what you have as your stock entry, let's just say you didn't have enough. You don't know what the person like Eric call it, like Gary, call in and say, listen, I want this what my vision is. His vision now would pull your vision a little bit bigger now.
Of course.
You understand?
You're correct.
And that's the importance of a network. You understand?
Yep.
Because you're now networking in a sense, but his vision was so big, it started to make you think like you're too small.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's also
Like I was thinking a little too small. What's going on with me?
Of course.
But
of
then-
course.
How did you, and how with that little testimony you gave there, how were you able to transition that small dream now to bring in those items? Was there a measure of it? Did you have where it all the money, to bring in the equipment?
So Gary normally does like a today for tomorrow scenario, right? But this particular convention, he gave me like about a 6-month head start.
All right, good.
Right? So I now had to do something called stacking, right? I mean, and I do stacking a lot, which is I will take $5 and I will stack it, make it $10, and then take $10. But I know what the goal is. The end goal is 100 to buy, to buy this tub of drinks.
Right.
That's the end goal, right? And I'll keep stacking. So let's just say in that instance, the goal was about $150,000 to bring in equipment. So I had to keep stacking. So imagine now me with this $5 now, stacking to get this thing. But guess what? I didn't reach the $150,000. Right? But I reached a decent amount, and I was able to now get the rest from other people. Like Paul Eric, Paul Ashton,
And put together.
Hey, we gotta take this one. BVI.
Hey, rub it up down the inside.
Hello, Corinne calling from Patola.
Yes, man. We know.
I had no cable from Christmas Day.
Oh Lord!
I just got cable Friday.
Oh Lord!
Wow. Well, in time for the new year.
You're coming in a good time.
The Corona, we up to 600 and something.
Whoa! Okay.
And 40 dead.
Only?
Well, I don't think they have as much numbers as we had. There's a small island, so that would be significant for them.
Yeah, I know, but still.
It is good. Nice place, huh? Been there.
I need to get there, boy. Just last night I was saying, Totola, so good to have you. Happy New Year to you, my dear.
She go.
She go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I hear it's a nice place.
it is.
So in terms of, and I'm saying that because your mother gave you advice, and I'm asking the question based on, as encouraging folks out there who might think that what they have is not enough.
Yeah.
You understand? They might not have enough and they want to move to another level. You understand?
Yeah, they know when to start.
Mommy.
Rubber dub dub.
Rub-a-dub-dub, Cuban in and stuff.
Yeah.
I like the
TV,
Yeah.
mommy.
Yeah, that didn't remind
I
me.
like the godmother here.
I know, TV, mommy, how you going?
Where my nephew? Where my TV nephew?
Your nephew home. He was out last night.
Yeah.
You were out last night?
Yeah, we were out last night.
How can I step on the daughter so I didn't see you all last night?
No, we were on last night. Kurt and I was
Yeah,
on
but
last night. We was listening for you, but we didn't hear from you.
I spent the time by my daughter, so I was. They were showing yours.
Okay, but I'll tell him to
So
ask for him.
how my pre-double-dub son?
We good,
Good,
we good,
good,
man.
man.
We good. We complete tonight. When we completed this, be
I hear no feedback.
Serious?
your feedback.
I hear no feedback.
But you're hearing us good. You're hearing what I'm saying here
You're
right
sounding
now?
good by me.
Yeah, but I hear my feed. I hear
Oh,
my,
probably a
my
TV.
voice feeding back.
Oh,
Yeah,
get an
probably
echo.
the TV. The TV
All right,
probably.
cool. Oh, yeah,
loud.
the mic will pick
The
up.
mic will pick up an echo.
Yeah.
All right, no
Yeah,
problem.
get that
Get an echo
slide
from the speaker.
But we hear you good. We hear you good, man.
You all hear me good?
Loud and clear.
Perfect.
Who is that gentleman you all have there with you? First time I'm seeing him.
Mr. Ferdinand La Fleur.
Mr. Ferdinand.
Nice to meet you.
Mr. Ferdinand, I have a friend from Dominica.
Right?
Name is Ferdinand.
Oh, okay.
That's the guy friend. That's your guy friend.
Oh,
Okay.
I got you.
Good people.
Nice.
Guy family said that's
Yeah.
TV mommy boyfriend. You see the confusion between me and boy?
So you almost thought it was your Ferdinand?
Yeah, for sure. Too young. So Ferdinand is
Oh,
81.
you're too young.
I'm taking that.
I thought you was going to set you up on a
Yeah,
I never been to the BVI, so sure.
Yeah.
I want to wish you a happy new year.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless to you all.
Thank you.
God
Same to
bless
you.
to you all.
Thank you.
And all God's favor will be upon you all. And my mantra is trust God and live.
Just
Yeah.
go down live, amen.
You would know that more than anybody else.
More than anybody else.
You
Trust
would
God.
live that.
I hear that. I am here since Trunk and Polybus time, you know, boy. All you know not but Trunk and Polybus.
No way.
You know how much train? Or you know about train?
Only on TV.
You know how much young fellas
Take PTSD.
in my
Only
day
the one down in
lost
Tommy
the
by
foot,
the museum.
lost the foot to hopping on train,
Yeah.
and some of them both legs come out.
Yes. Yeah.
Hopping off train and dropping off train.
Wow.
All you know not for that.
Not at all.
They had the tanker. You so you pay a penny and you're going around the tanker on Sunday. Right around
Yes,
Savannah. You pay 4 cents and you go around the Savannah about 2 times. Real nice days, boy.
Wow.
I could give all the history about Trinidad and Tobago.
No, man, we had to do a special with you alone.
Of course.
Yeah.
You had to write a book.
You go organize that.
I know going to sit
Tell all
down
about the 40s, 50s, 60s. Come right down.
I see. I for
Happy time.
That can be a
You know, I hear that. I used to go to a school in St. James in Clarence Street. They used to call the school Mr. Franklin School. It was an Anglican school, but they used to call Mr. Franklin School.
Yeah.
When you hear a teacher tell you, so you know Mr. Franklin, make up your mind. You know what I mean? I soak bed, like a bed.
Yeah.
I don't know what you used to soak it in. But when you see Mr. Franklin hit it on the back, with that whip, you pin yourself with one. That boy doing themselves there when Mr. Franklin hit them with that bell, boy.
Niceness, man. Niceness. Well,
Yes,
you know what time it is?
Yeah, but 10 o'clock?
Yeah. You
Well, 10 o'clock, you know what 10 o'clock is?
you know that. That's why you is the one. You is the boss when it comes to that.
So, what are they giving us at 10 o'clock?
You go here now. We go and get it now. Let me get it. You ready for it?
All right, all the best to you all, all the best to you all. God bless you all.
Right, so we
Trust God and live.
Just God and live. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks, mommy. So we actually have we actually have double whammy tonight for CCC, paying tribute to two fallen icons in the last couple, 2 or 3 days.
Trust God and live, man. Yeah.
Kenny J first, and then following Kenny J, we have the man himself, the mighty Bomber.
Load them up today.
Yeah. We're jamming them tonight. One after the next. CCC. There we go.
Sometimes I tell myself that I should close the door, that I should record calypsos no more. But when my fans and them ask me, like you were singing this year, is something that a calypsonian don't like to hear. He records his music, give radio stations to play. See him glued to his radio, listening all day. A surplus of soca music in a season so short. Tell me, how could they find space to play music of a different sort? Oh no. So it's something that we want. It's a radio station, a radio station, to play soca and calypsos alone. Oh, we want a radio station, a station that we can call we own. No reggae music, rock, dub or soul. We got to send that message out into the world. There's so much we can do for we culture if we just try. Let's not wait until it die like Kitchener and Rush Shorty Eye. So what we want is a radio station, a soca station, a radio station, a calypso station. Whoa. Oh yeah. 16 stations in Trinidad, 1 in Tobago. Why should we force them to play 50% calypso? They have their own agenda, and this I understand. Tell me, how can we tell Laundry how to run his radio station? 100% religious music on some radio stations. The same for rhythm and blues happening here in this land. 99% East Indian music on 5 stations in Soca Yard. But not one for Calypso, the culture of Trinidad. It's so sad. All you agree with me? All already? Is a radio station, a radio station, to play soca and calypsos alone. No, we want a radio station, a station that we can call we own. No ragga music, rock, dub or soul. We got to send that message out into the world. It's carnival and people not hearing sweet voices, Aloes and Kenny J. Instead it's Iowa, Bungie and KNC, them DJs rather to play. So what we want is a radio station, a soca station. What we want? A radio station, a calypso station. Oh yeah. Oh, oh, oh. No, 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 yeah. Baby, baby. Oh yeah. Hey. It's hard for some Calypsonians recording songs every year. And if they get an interview, the only time it plays on the air is talking while your song playing, and this lasts about 5 minutes long. The person who is listening could hardly hear your song. But when we go in the studio, the announcer watching his clock. But when it's Alison Hines and Byron Lee, boy, it's talk, 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 talk. We get a tabanka when we do hear we music play. That's why we want a radio station to jam soca night and day. Oh yeah. All you agree with me? So what we want is a radio.
Yes. Hey, what's
radio
that?
station we need for just for soca, Kaiso.
Of course. That's a big song.
Yeah. And still relevant today, you know.
Yeah.
But it had to be
Because
relevant.
as soon as Christmas done, you get the Kaiso, and then just as Carnival done.
Yeah, boy. R.I.P.
Back to
Yeah,
the-
We
R.I.P.
know we have a few radio stations tried that.
Yeah.
No, but you know what I see now.
It ain't last long at all.
It can't last long because of the culture of the people, right? Because I mean, being involved in a radio station, we actually, you do planning and you say, well, look, you want that certain programming for a certain timing for the year, but you can't go 100%.
Yeah, because
what should I? Oh, boom, one little personal, not like long time.
Yeah,
We had a tune and hope you find
just our next number.
boop,
Just pop, pop.
boop.
Scan.
Out of you. Yeah, well, let me take a little piece from the man himself.
Let's take this one. Rubber-dub-dub
inside.
Rubber-dub-dub, four men and a tub, boy.
Yes.
The boss himself.
Yeah. I beg to differ with what all you're saying there, you know.
Doctor.
Which one?
WAC radio 90.1.
Yeah.
WAC is 100%, but
Soca, sure.
Yeah.
and WAC
And not just local, local.
17 years old.
Local.
You hear what I'm telling you?
You're correct.
Yeah.
WAC is 17 years old.
Yeah.
So
correct.
we have two stations pushing culture. WAC radio, Gaia TV.
Yeah.
Let them know.
So don't mash me on. Don't mash me on.
Let them know.
Corrected.
But night it is in Donkey City.
Cancel and all.
Hey! Ansel Bain, boy.
So fellas, but
Mr.
yeah.
AMC.
Say again,
Yes,
Wiley.
well,
AMC Tech. Yeah, Willie, go ahead, sorry.
nice. So I inside I listening to Mr. La Fleur.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I have a fair idea what he went through.
Yes.
Huh.
From a man who in the electrical field. I know what it is when people kind of, you ask a question because you don't know and you want to know. And people take it and before they answer the question, because it's knowledge the man was trying to get.
Yeah, correct.
And this does be my problem with some of these people in there. That is why you see I started this thing with Errol explaining about electricity and all of that, how it's generated and everything. And I'm coming back in the new year with the same education around the electric.
Right.
Nice.
Because people just look at it and take things for granted.
Yeah.
But it's when you in the field, you will know what it is.
Correct.
Yep.
And no question, one thing I learned, no question is a stupid question.
That's correct.
The reason why Mr. La Fleur asked the question is because he didn't know.
Yeah, correct.
And look at him now.
You know?
And it have a name for that type of wiring. What it is he was talking about where you're just interconnecting lights going on the road. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that we are called daisy chain.
Correct is right.
Correct is right, man.
You see, because that tie back in to PLC controls and logics and all kind of things.
Yeah.
Go deep.
This man don't say, you know, this OB, you know.
William.
This the man, anything go wrong.
William, is last night.
Yeah.
Eric and Errol was showing me the work you do on the highway there. Is you see all of this work going on here? I say, yeah. You see, that's William, you know. I say,
well,
listen. So for those,
here what happened.
That's what you know you work. If you
Well,
here
what?
By just now we
Here
just
what?
stay ready. When you're passing by Labour College, you go over. Lighting up on that there. That is William.
He's an old champion,
and hold on. I will. You see the same thing what La Fleur was talking about?
Yeah.
When they call me, they had that idea, you know.
Right.
They just say, listen, this is what we want.
Right.
And I had was to come up with the conceptual design
Bring it out. Bring it
and
out.
controls and everything.
Correct.
And that's all. The piece of the highway from Bamboo Roundabout.
Yes.
Straight down to Pioneer Street. That is my handwriting too.
Very good. Okay. Look at you. And then William is a big, an important piece of our structure.
Yeah. He's a silent one, boy.
No, but listen, I don't take this thing serious. Right? I don't push up, but I just take my thing serious.
Correct.
Well done.
And
do what you have to do.
Well done.
Niceness.
Really appreciate it. So we have a second CCC clip to
We have
give
a
them.
little piece to get them there.
And then
we coming back again.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
So we're taking a little thing here from an ex-fallen soldier and in the Calypso vicinity. I think he would have been the second. He died on the second on New Year's Day. I think it was the second.
Yeah.
The Mighty Bomber. Taking a little thing here. Quick. There we go.
USD.
Hey, my bad.
You go, you do what you want, brother. You can press what you want. You there, you can press.
Can't shoot when inside do that way. Right.
The transition and thing.
That's it with you,
Tombstone in Mokorapo, cemetery all talking about Calypso. I talks him about pride, destroyer and killer, invader himself and the late Sagalba. But he told me every night them people flocking up with tent, and they ballin', they got a cent. Before the spoils could finish explain, I beg him for a next Calypso again. He turn and tell me, sing about the dotish Trinbagonian, where they send with the dollar to buy onion. And when he come back to hear him shout, the dollar get away from my hand and 10 cents fly out the waterfall. Sing it on, boys.
Let me blow your mind with that story. No, well, not a story, it's an actuality. I've done some work in the past with Tuko Izo, right? And when they had the audition going on, Bomber and the Mighty Spoiler, so it's Mighty Bomber, Mighty Spoiler. They have a table in the room for them, and two of them sit down by the table. Musicians on the other side. I on one corner with my mixing board here, and you come in, you have a mic and a stand in the middle, sing your song. And them sit down there. You know them sit down there? Anyone out there, make a guess. While the man singing a cappella for his head, they just want to hear the song.
Yeah.
And two of them sit down on the table. You know them?
Are they judging?
No.
No, I should have listening and making up a song on all the songs that are happening.
Them writing code. Them writing code for the band to play.
Okay.
While the man singing.
I know some fellas.
Spoiler, have music save. People don't know why they have music save.
Nah.
And them fellas here, so, bop. And then they done, they pass it around. It come through me and I pass it.
Okay.
I pass it to them fellas and next thing you hear,
that fella's good too.
and them going on road and the man singing. The man start to
You see
sing.
this guy who plays keyboard for
That's amazing, bro.
Kenneth Batiste?
Yeah, Batiste.
Batiste.
I interacted with him some years ago. Kenneth Batiste is the first time I saw somebody with perfect pitch operate.
Yeah.
People, them days we had cassette, wasn't CDs cassette. So people come to sing song. Yeah. So they bring out, normal thing, the musicians would listen to the song, pick out the chords, Kenneth pull out paper, he said, press play there. While the song playing,
he write it.
And he never stop it. He ain't stop, rewind nothing. Just play the song right through and he going.
Thank you, sir.
That experience.
And when he done, and guess what tune it is? I'm sorry you didn't know this before. Commissions, running back to you.
Right.
Da, da,
That technical song.
What? Yeah, them kind of chords.
Hey,
and I'm just writing that when he play. Kenneth, goodbye. Kenneth.
I used to sit down and watch your fellas and I'd be like,
yeah.
Nah, but that's
you know good like that too? The first two.
Huh?
The first two.
Yeah. And I'm saying, and just last night I was mentioning this to Kern, it's a dying breed, but you're really looking for people who could, because these guys, and somebody called last night and say, Bowman, these guys would have learned from Attila the Hun.
Yeah.
Spoiler. Other fellas that handed on me. Saying, you need fellas to carry on that level, that kind of tradition, carry it again, and next generation, and carry it on.
Yeah.
Because we're really looking for, like you said, people could write music like that from just listening to somebody sing.
Joey did do that.
Joey
did do that.
He
was actually musical director. So he was, he was there, he just waited and
really good.
I tell you, boy.
I got a gig with Kenneth. I got a chance to play a little thing.
Yeah.
And a girl was supposed to sing. She didn't come to the rehearsal. She came just in time for the show. Can I say, come fast. She called everybody together. Sing. And she singing, he calling progression. A minor, F, B flat. Thing, and he calling out the progression. That's how we learn this song.
That's excitement, boy.
Kenneth, good boy. I had to pull
these guys are really champion.
And what I like with them, at least those who I personally get to interact with, outside the environment, you have no idea they had that kind of level of skill.
Right.
They don't big up themselves. They're very humble. They're talking with everybody like normal. Yeah. Very, very humble. I like that.
No. We have top class musicians in this place.
Yeah.
I remember, before we go back to Kevin, I remember first time hosting a Calypso Monarch finals. Why? On the side of the stage, they give me the mic, some man give me the mic. I'm doing something too. I don't know what to say.
Where you take it?
Who's that? Take it.
Rubber dub
inside.
Good night, four guys in a tub.
That's Auntie White.
Welcome. I just want to say Happy New Year to all the guys.
Thank you.
And let me find out something. Alan, last week you missed out on Rufus and
Yes,
You real miss.
girlfriend.
Real miss.
I hear so. I didn't. You up then? You up? Auntie White is Auntie White, right?
Yes.
You up then? They could have bring it for me or they could have leave it there for me because I live in round the corner.
No.
Yes, I know that, but it's
Round
just
the corner
one
from
way.
here.
They have all for themselves.
Round the
Yes,
corner from
they
here I
are
live in.
all. Anyway, I would like to know if Bayern would be interested in probably training some guys in the field of being electrician, since he's so versed in it and doing a great job. I think that would be nice.
Yes.
Yeah,
We
could.
And maybe
line
so
up something,
instead of if you learn that you get a title, they can pay him something. Not a matter of the money, but just you pay to take some lessons, schooling, whatever. I think we should run it by him. It would be very nice for 2022 to start to help the youth somehow, because that is what Gael is all about.
Nice.
Correct.
Yes.
That's true.
Okay, so love up. Have a blessed
Thank
night.
you, love ups.
And to all my Gael family. Love up. Bye.
Yes.
So before.
If I let him do that, I go for that class.
Yeah, but I
So
know the thing too, but
Yeah, I go.
You was saying something before?
yeah, boy, and now I talking about this is in the Arima Velodrome stage on the field.
Right.
You know how the Arima
Take the
Velodrome
shot.
field track, and I talking about this from people from the track, so they go straight back up into the stand.
Let me take this one.
What's that person Jordan? Alright, I get friends.
Rubber dub, you inside.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Right. Is this Gael show live here now?
Yes, you're live. You are live TV.
Yeah, good, wonderful.
Nice.
Right. Well, gentlemen, you all may not know me, but I am one of the trainer that call me for black, and something to say.
Say that again. Say that again.
You all may not know me, but my fabricate for black, and some princess song and it's a trainer, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Good. When it's a long showcase, and now we have almost a small system, which is initially good. Well, I mean, Aaron and I good, and many others.
Yes.
My problem is this, right? You see how you all know that Kenji?
Yeah.
Those were great guys, right? But then there was a main problem. We have so many types of people are alive. Okay, let's say, now we're born, we must die. Let's say you were to die tomorrow. You will see, everything about him, even when he dies. So my problem is this. No, I'm not blaming you all about it, just feeling this is the reality. In Trinidad, it hurts me of seeing my life, in Pantanal, all around there. These fellas' music must be playing bright until they die, because look how nice, late, J, everybody, and God. When you all please get your pen, please don't vex with me, right? Because I think something happening in this country for years. It's been alive, oh God. Francine alive. Yeah? Why we doing this? Wait until you die.
Yeah.
And then to celebrate you. Yeah.
True.
So sad.
Yeah.
That's true.
You hear that? It's a nice show, but I mean, I don't want to say no more.
No, we
But that is right.
Understand and we
appreciate your contribution, sir.
This
It's
is
true.
my problem in this country. That is my problem in this country. It will never change. It will never change. It's so sad. Big them up when they are alive. Play them
To
music.
celebrate them.
I'm gonna. This week or we took a whole day, it's play them. The next day, you could play all in that. You know what I mean? Don't let dead.
But
Yeah.
True that.
One of those. Good night.
Well, we
Alright,
had, thanks so much. You know what, we at Gael here, we find ways to celebrate it. One thing you'll find, all the icons passing through right here, you know, so we celebrate them all.
And we have a space
alive
now.
and passed on.
We have a space now.
Yeah, so
But let me say this too now. How many people, right? When it's Christmas time especially, when you want to get in that Christmas spirit and that Christmas vibe, what songs you just go to?
Yeah.
Is a certain set of songs you just go to every single time?
Yeah. Skanta, Kenny,
you have there's no Christmas without Kenny J, without Scrunta, Baron, some crazy, Marcia Miranda.
Of course,
There's some you know,
you had to play those songs.
Moss, unless you hear these songs, it's not Christmas in Trinidad. No self.
Even Marshall jumping up in the mix.
Yeah, so
that's Okasa by the time.
you know why I was a champion? Because of Daisy Fonse. Think about it.
Yeah, she on it.
Oh yes, yeah. That pattern, sure.
People waiting for that Daisy because Daisy was Christmas. You understand? We have a clip. I mean, at the show. Before we talk about the other aspect.
Before we get
to that. No, bring them in. There's you know, last time I banned these fellas from bringing any comedy clips because we had a.
Not these fellas.
Right.
I had no partake in the comedy.
Hello, people like the thing. You care what you say. People really like the thing.
So because
people really like the thing.
I had to put them on our band for the next couple. So before we bring and introduce this other aspect of Kevin's entrepreneurial skills and his the umbrella, which is under the umbrella of there's this little clip, Kevin, I want you to watch this answer because this is something that's very important to all men.
Right.
Yes.
It's vitally important that you discuss that and then bring Kevin that other aspect. Bring the video that I found. Don't warn them.
Oh.
Don't warn.
Right.
Yeah, listen.
Oh.
Well, watch this. This is true to every man. Once you have a barber, a well-known barber, there's something with a man and his barber at the barber shop. It's a special bond. You dare not, ladies, you come like ladies and the hair salon. You don't get involved.
Shouts to Delhi. Shouts to Delhi.
That's a bedroom. That's a real bedroom too. Delhi. This video here really signifies the bond between a man and his barber. Understand what going on here?
But we can talk about it after. I have to say what I Hey, you seen what?
Hey, my brethren, man. No long means see you, man. A little while, you know.
Yeah.
A little while.
Boy, the cricket have me real hype.
Yeah.
Them fellas
Red steel, boy. Them fellas getting on, man.
We was at the bottom of the ladder, you know.
Man, they cry that night, you know.
Yeah, see.
That night when they see it.
You see Bravo? Bravo doing things.
That man bad, Dan.
Bravo for Bravo.
But just now.
I have some tickets there too. I don't know if you're interested in some tickets.
Tickets, you say?
Yeah.
Sorry, the pardon.
Yeah, that's the man.
Tickets, you say, right?
Yeah.
But here we're going on. You're a man ex-barber.
An ex-barber? Nah, it's a cool scene. Boy, but the overall was packed, boy. Where if you see people down there.
That's not. That's not. Reason I come and see something. Dan, I know how it is, Mark.
You mean?
I know how it is, Mark at all. I know my Mark, and I not how it is, Mark. Dan.
Oh, you know what has happened? That was it. I was looking for a time, boy. Last time I had a little interview, a date.
Right, yeah.
I had to go on. And that's a little thing now.
That's all. Was it an interview or a date? Which one you went on?
Boy, it happened so fast, boy. But then the cricket had me real occupied. I looking to organize to go down that. Let me get cool and go down now, boy.
So now you want a line?
Yeah,
now use my brethren.
All the time.
Because here what's going on. My brethren don't go by nobody else and trim. You hear what I say? Because you remember when my machine My machine was balling to go through that nut you had it. And then you want to tell me that you don't care about me. You go and buy somebody else to take a trim.
So what? I went by somebody else, right? You're glad? I went by somebody else. It was just that one time. Just that one time.
Just that one time.
So you're cutting me, you're not cutting me.
Here what going on? One time is how long ago?
That was 2 weeks.
2 weeks, then is a month you come by me. Wait tell him, man. You just come by me every week. Every week you just come by me. You remember that? You remember that? Every week you just come by me.
So you're cutting me, you ain't cutting me?
Cutting you, I ain't cutting you. Cutting you, I ain't cutting you. You ready? You want me to cut you?
Sorry, dog. I'm sorry, man.
Dan, I don't want to go through this, you know. I don't want to go through this, you know. Me, I'm too good for this, man.
Oh, man. Oh, it's my dog, man. Oh, I never checked nobody else. I was only checking my husband because it was nobody else, man. It was there one time.
I know.
One time. I mean,
I'm ranching. But I don't like that again. I was. Big man thing. Then, was your scene, man?
We taking all the guns on. He's not a guy that but me. Now listen. I watched that video many years. Our partner Delhi.
Yeah, my Delhi boy.
And Kev boy.
Yeah.
Kev, barber boy Kev. Keith had a lot of barber shows and stuff. You like them on your shows?
Yeah.
Right. I discovered that years ago. That's when I met Kiva. I met his ass with the MC's first barber show.
Right.
And I saw this clip and I was like, boy, that is so true. Because I remember I was on my barber at time, Kevo. And it was horrific. Because I was in a rush. My barber, he was doing some other work. And I needed this haircut in a rush because I knew I had something to do the next day. Bro, I reached in St. Augustine by this barber shop and sit down and I come in new, so they say, well, as a new face is
We're doing.
No, they just
never
one
cut your hair.
one of them now throw it to the new boy in the corner. It's the boy in the corner, so.
Hope for the best.
Now the problem when I reached there, I see this table was too clean.
Right.
So you're sure you never nearly hot, you know?
Where's call them?
The clippers.
Right, but where's the combs
guards,
on them?
the guards.
Yeah.
It was too neat.
Right. Oh, it was in order? Like,
yeah, and it was
some
too neat.
small to big.
So I was like, when last is when I really trim it? When last year, so I sit down in the chair and the fella now asked me, what you really want? I tell him what I want, I tell him what style. I say, I want feet to mark things because my hair and all that high, just a matter of follow the lines. Follow the outline, right? He said, you white XYZ, or you white too much questions. I said, I can't remember last
once you say fade,
ask me a question.
Once you tell I want fade, a low fade, that's all. And you know, they know where you want.
And I can't remember when last my barber asked me a question. I said a fidget now, and I thought again. So I pray in my mind, like this is the first one I can really say, I pray in my mind, oh Lord, I need a distraction. If I really don't know how to tell this fella, do bother to try my
yes.
And he gets a call.
Oh gosh.
And when that way with the phone, I said, good. And I
You
pick up my phone.
And you like somebody call you one time. Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah. What?
You had to come now? You had to come one time?
No, listen. Wait Friday. I had to go this now. I'll come back. I had to go. I'm coming now. Go, I'm coming now. And I God. And all the time on the phone, I'm praying, don't ring no. Please don't ring. And I go on, Kev one. That's the
the barbershop failed. And I went and tell my barber, I said, bro, we're doing madam. And nearly went by next man and I tell him, he laugh.
That's so true.
But when it comes to barbering now, because I find now, this is to me, is such a contrast to anything that you're doing. You're doing media business, How you reaching barbering?
But how long you feel you're using your barber?
I using my barber since I started to work. I was age 19, 18, somewhere around there, 18, 17. 17, 18, somewhere around there. I started to work. My first job was at Budget Foods. And I went to Rima looking for a barber, and I found a barber. Yesterday, he and I bouncing from Merry Christmas. And he said, bro, you foundation, you know. Because he see me get married, with children, from work. He cut me for everything.
My barber, when he was in plants, when I had to go to primary school, when I had to cut his hair in primary school,
Still?
Still.
What is
Same barber?
Same barber.
He in there? You're young.
Yeah,
That's what man.
Yeah,
a young fella.
Yeah, he was young. He wasn't an old man. He was young, you know. From that, boy, the one time I say, boy, I go and boy, if you see people, right, it's another appointment thing like no. When on you reach that the bench outside, I have a bench inside. If the two of them full, you're sure you ain't getting through until later. I run down and Rima, boy. And I go on upstairs by Roach and them Roach nutty. Sit down and say, whoever they, boy, trim. I have to go home now to get ready to go and do a wedding. This is Saturday I face, innit? When I reach home and I throw water, my head start to burn me, boy. When I think and I pull out and I what so? It's only my I'm coming straight after us. Rushna, I in the bathroom and I start to use some bad word. You see me now? I have to leave home, run back at Rima to buy a hat now to match the outfit I wear. Because I talk about a whole line, I talk about the mark, the whole mark.
Rubber dog grab you inside corner.
Well, now. Fellas, let me tell you something. I have been trimming by my barber for the past 25 years. But here we happening. You see, since COVID, you know who is Mama is my barber now.
Wow. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Because it's one shot.
One shot. Take all off.
It's one eye, take off everything. You understand? I have no problem. Because I have everything, but here now, you see that thing before? Once you trimming by a barber, and you sit down in the chair, and the barber watch your head, he doesn't know. Them fellas know the thing because they know they're trimming you. So once you go by somebody else, but listen,
I does not tell my barber, I just sit down.
But that man, brave, because is over 25 years. I don't mark with razor and thing,
Right.
You see razor and razor blade? You can't come to me with that, boy.
Wow.
All my mark has to be done with outliners.
With the machine, right?
The machine.
Right.
You ain't coming and when you nick me, you telling me sorry. No.
No, but the thing is outline. Man, you said, but it was actually, I feel a pinch.
Too sharp.
So I said like too sharp. But like you don't have the skill now to be light. But I tell you what, why would I feel you? My whole thing so I come so
boy. Alright, fellas.
Yo, Wiley.
Anytime I try to cut it. I tried to cut it for myself, but I know. And why? That was the worst. Blood. Buy Mrs. Zong. I'm going to the shop and I buy 2 Memorex. You know Memorex shape, man.
Cut off all.
Man, I'm done. Yeah, my wife. You say, but why you had white? Alright, what's that? All right.
Hey, look.
I say right. He's a song man, he's a DJ.
Ah, boy.
He's a master barber.
The man said the man is a master barber.
Talk about that.
Give me the
Hello,
training.
listen, Mr. Crossroads, just sticking there. You need to be here.
Yeah, we are pulling
We need to be here on our episode.
You've been right there.
He can walk over. He
But
can
you can run on
He can come now.
You come and set up a whole backy car right there. And set up a whole outside broadcast.
We will talk that talk. You gotta be here.
And right now, we need to talk to him because, when the business is done, we will talk that tongue when the business is done. I'm not saying that now. Mr. Cross, we will talk to you. Yeah, so what was the transition like for...
So he moved from clinical media to...
We just don't jump there.
All right, let's see.
Let me give people a little
Transition.
sample.
Right.
Yeah, a little sample.
Transition to video.
Not
Restore your confidence with scalp micropigmentation and laser hair removal. Come relax in a space that caters to your grooming needs and support your overall wellness. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram or call us at 298-9180. King's Lounge Barber Spa. The art of grooming starts here. Gentlemen, are you looking for a clean and relaxing space to get your grooming game on? King's Lounge Barber Spa is a premier barber spa in the East that provides just that. Premium haircuts, relaxing massages, and nail health are all part of supporting your overall wellness. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram or call us at 298-9180. King's Lounge Barber Spa. The art of grooming starts here.
I can't hold my mouth.
You might be surprised, eh? You might be surprised.
Hey, Crossroads says soon, man. Guys, what you talking about?
Alright, so now it have a common thread in everything I just do, eh?
Right.
Yeah.
The common thread, because I mean, there is just two things, right? I mean, if I go and see the other things, if I talk about the other 15 businesses that I start and crash, right? But they all have, what you laughing? A common thread. What is the common thread? Service, good service.
Right.
Everything is based on.
Right.
And delivering a service in a particular quality.
Right.
And that is a common thread. So even if I decide to open, when I was selling water and decided to roll,
I had
water? Of course. Listen. With Jersey, thing here, salt and napkin here, pow.
Right.
Yeah.
The service.
Cutting edge.
Right. So I needed to find a location for myself that I wanted that level of service and didn't have it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. And interestingly enough, I was doing an event a carnival season. Straight from the setup, right? I had to go to Miami to pick up a few extra pieces. So I left the event 3 o'clock, we set up 3 o'clock in the morning. Boarded a flight 4:30, head across to Miami. When I reached to Miami now, and I old boots, my face in a mess. My eye red because I ain't sleep.
Yeah.
For 4 or 5 days setting up that event, right? So of course my eye bloody, and then it's bloody, right? And I just looking at a hot mess. And I had mud on my shoes and things. I had no bag. So
nothing extra. Nothing extra. Just kept on.
And I was coming back now to Trinidad the next day or 2 days after. A very short time. So of course I get pulled over from immigration.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, alright, come this way, sir. The whole 9 yards. When I say 9 yards, the whole 9 yards, pull in a room or whatever the case.
Who are your friends?
Yes. Where you going?
You know how to fly planes. Do you know how to fly planes?
You know the thing, right? So
were you high?
But the man asked me that though.
Right.
He asked me if I was smoking before I come to fly. Right? So I said, no, I don't smoke and things, so why is some blood? I mean, that whole experience now, I left there almost feeling so violated, right?
Yeah.
first thing I do when I hit that hotel room was to look, I need to find a barber shop, right? And it's the same thing. You don't want to really just, leave your barber, 100 miles away, right?
Yeah,
so
you have no choice.
I don't have no choice.
Yeah.
So I say, you know what? I'm going to do it right. I'm going to find a place that's so swanky. I have an excuse now to say, that is what I hold my barber. You understand what I say? Right. Because I wanted to go by a place that was different.
Correct. Yeah.
So I started looking for the best. I'm in for swanky barber shop.
Yes,
all kind of things.
Yeah.
So a few options came up. I decided to go to this place, right? And I was blown away by the experience. It was in Disney Springs, right? And I was blown away by the experience. And I made a joke to the guy. I said, boy, listen, this is good. I'm bringing you back to Trinidad with me, And 6 months later, so said, so done. I brought him back to Trinidad. Started this entire thing, right? And the whole concept was new to Trinidad at the time. So imagine now, we have a whole barber shop cutting one person for the month, 2 persons, 12 persons for the month. That's how King's Lounge started. Because a lot of people didn't appreciate that type of service. What's that?
12 for the month.
12 people for the month.
In 30 days.
In 30 days. No, but that's how it was.
And PD
And well, listen,
do the maths.
That maths was on. We talk about fear, right? Trust me, that fear factor was real.
Yeah.
But it was a risk.
Right.
The business is
right.
risky.
So I wanted to change the whole. Now, mind you, I was never a barber, so it wasn't about being a barber. It was just about being,
what that
service.
experience.
So the whole concept was about this whole experience, and changing the game and educating people. So we educate every time somebody comes through the spa, we call it a spa, right? Yeah. We educate them. So it's not just about come and cut your hair. You learn so much. You learn about your skincare. You learn about these different things. So I know it have real questions, and I know things. Right? But I'll tell you one thing though. People just pass through quietly. Under low. Right. So we start out like you want a woman if you want to say like that.
Yeah.
That's what it is doing. All of us take people.
That you want going on?
Customers.
No. We developed our own clientele.
No, but but for the kind of thing that's happening in barbershop,
right?
Because you see a different type. You see,
it's a different.
Marcus Loloff.
Yeah.
Marcus is a quiet kind of guy.
Right.
Yeah.
I know me.
Yeah, you loudish.
When I reach President's Felt, I want to know we could talk. I mean,
you wouldn't want to have that. Let me tell you something. When you go in a particular restaurant with just a fancy, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
You can't get.
When you go spectacular
by FC, you can't do what they're doing FC.
Yeah.
By
of course.
Right.
Yeah. And while you sit down there, a glass of wine come to your boobs. You're like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
You started to tone your voice and you started.
That's fine too.
All of a sudden, you put in job. You never said I'm saying it right.
It's very low, but you're still not
you put that up.
You're still not getting table. But that's true.
And that's
so it brings that sense of opulence. You feel actually you feel to switch up gears. And again, because as it says, educating, and not only educating, it's uplifting the spirit. Because when you get good quality service in a good space, when you leave, you feel you're left feeling 100 times better than you came.
Of course, you're correct.
I see King's Lungs make him change his barber and he never look back.
Who's that? Oh,
Cyrus.
Yeah. So in terms of the other services that your spa would actually, because I see you have some products here and stuff.
So let me talk about again. I like to find things for me. Now all these things is things that I just want to have. And I wanted this experience. So I started to create these things because I know it's either will take long to get there. And I'm not, as I say, I'm not knocking any space.
No.
Right?
Hold it over the cooler tub.
Yeah. I'm not knocking any space because at the end of the day, I travel to listen, I have a barber in South, and I can even know the man's name. The man is just one of the best barbers that I ever encountered. Right? Of course. So at the end of the day, it's not even about that.
Yeah,
but I wanted to have this space where, you know what? I didn't have a product like this. So let me talk about this.
Yeah, I might need. I was going to talk about that.
So check this out. Right? Now I purpose. No. 1 box good. 1 box good. Of course. This is like marriage. One box will take care of your whole need, right? So here it is good, right? This year will change your life by 20 years. Right?
Back or forward? 20 years forward.
Don't answer this question. I don't know how to.
No, we have to make sure we know what the man said by 20 years. Let's say you tell him by 20 years and it's It's Back to the Future you talking.
Can we have to take off one light and take off this light?
So this now, this is a dye that I needed to have because every time I go and dye my entire beard white, if you don't know, right?
Right.
When I say white, like Santa Claus white, right? Now I like this a while now.
Basdale white?
Right, about Basdale white.
Yeah, now you're white.
About 15 years now, right?
Right.
So I decided, you know what? I wasn't ready for that lifestyle as yet.
Yeah.
For that look.
For that look.
I'm telling you the truth. We was great so far, and
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
So,
You ready? You ready?
But now, of course, I embrace different things. So for me, long time I used to have one week, long hair, next week big beard. That's how I was. I always just change a lot, right? So I needed to have something that I could just quickly dye my beard with no hassle.
Swift.
And it just didn't have it in the market. So I started to do research, and now I had to become a chemist. Now I had to figure out chemicals and what good for your skin, what not good for your skin, all these different type of things. So I found this somewhere, and I kind of adapted it to our own little culture, where you will coconut and stuff like that. Now, all you have to do is take this, pour it out in your hand, mix it up, rub it in. 7 minutes later, your beard or your hair, change color almost semi-permanently. It stays that color.
Until it grows out
until it grows.
Right.
So if you notice here, all
I seen it.
black,
I seen.
But if you notice underneath, you see it's full gray, right?
Right.
And it will just stay that color. So I wanted that because a lot of times you dye your hair.
And by the time it's too bad, all the black one.
Of course.
Like where with the
So right.
Looking for the one.
I one grade.
Yeah, one grade now, man. I can pour your sample in a thing in a little thing here. So
Have a mark, have a Sharpie.
I can cut it out.
Have a Sharpie inside.
No, but this is not for everybody, yeah?
Yeah.
Because meaning that a lot of people say, boy, I like my grays, I embrace my grays and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Embrace
is
your grays.
persons who, just want a change, want, a difference. And I mean, I would have learned something the other day just from having this product. Did you know that a lot of Muslim guys or, just persons in general, they can't dye their hair the original color. So for example, if your original hair color is black, right? Because somebody asks, you all do brown, you all do purple, you all do...
Right, because you usually see the Muslims and them
with
with
the
a
blonde.
Right.
I thought it was style. No, that's not style. That's an actual, a cultural thing,
Right.
something. Right? So they have to dye it a different color. So they have to dye it either brown or... So if they're originally brown, they could dye it black.
Right.
Okay.
So of course now we're looking into other colors and stuff like that.
Right.
But I came up with this particular product and stuff. I brought it to the market and stuff like that. And I mean, you'll be seeing it in other locations. So for now, of course, you only have it in Kingston, right? And I mean, even this too. So like, for example, education wise, right?
See this?
Come now, I just want to read it.
Well, I will be giving away this to somebody here today.
Right. Ask me a question. Let me see who
right. So this particular product, right? And again, this is education. Long time when you go by the barber, right?
Yeah.
And I don't say long time because I mean, back in the day, you don't get your hair cut, you're crisp. And you see that mark where you get there with the whole line, and you throw some mentality spray on it, and you're feeling that line coming up.
Fire.
Fire.
That's what fire water.
Feel the burn, and the thing is, you want to be a big man, so you ain't being like, you don't do so, you hold it like that. Right? You see, that is the worst thing you can do for your skin.
Really?
Yes. And I only learned that, of course, through the whole process of skincare and stuff like that. And the reason for that, you know what alcohol does to your skin? It dries out your skin.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a guitar player, right? I will dip my finger in alcohol, right? Or mentholated spirits to be able to get my thumb hard enough. So when I'm playing, it's like a pick.
Right.
Super hard.
Yeah, take that last week for you.
I just play.
That's good.
It depends on the game.
You dip your tongue,
Not with tongue.
Do not try anything otherwise than what the man says.
Where you going with this?
Alan, I know you.
This is you see I'm talking about. So this face balm is just to
protect the skin.
To protect.
So instead of mentholated spirit,
we use this. Or we use any type of
Harriet said nice work on the product. Thank you, Harriet.
You understand? So at the end of the day, it's about education,
Right.
And this smaller one, that's a nice.
It's nice, man.
There's a nice coconut wax too. So, it's just if you're styling your hair and stuff like that. And it's just natural products that you can use, right? To be able to style your hair and stuff like that,
Well, if you had to sell Eric, that you had to sell him half bottle.
So I have something for Eric. I know I have something anyhow. We can talk about that. We can talk about that. You're wicked enough.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
Don't worry. I back.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I back.
Thank you.
Me and Eric in the same boat, eh? Don't
No,
get
but you coming so. Eric can do
So anyhow, so here, exactly what you say there, right? I had to know, figure out now, because my role in the barbers, in King's Own Barbers Bar, my role is to figure out what's next.
Right.
That's not, now,
To keep it flowing, keep it flowing.
I would have learned to cut here in the barber shop, eh? A few men passed through, they didn't come back.
How you do that? Because as I say,
It'll be hard to start, right?
right, I trim my sons a little bit.
Yeah.
But I could only stay with my sons. I don't know I could
well,
brave enough to say, I'll tell them.
No, man. I will find a
I'm not brave enough to go there.
Sorry.
Let me just say it had one or two clients who just didn't come back. I just say that.
Right.
I know.
And you know why.
I know what was my weak points and what was
Right.
my strong points. So I let the professional barbers of 20 years as
Right.
well. Let them do it. My work is to make sure that we are always cutting it.
Yeah.
We are always knowledgeable about what's next. Products, introducing different things that you can't find. That's my role, right? And I mean, I take that very seriously.
Your fault.
No, that's not just
for
myself.
later.
No, that's not just myself.
No, you can rub a little balm on it. You can use that anyway. No, women can use this too. Now, you know what this have? Check the ingredients. This have aloe vera, vitamin E, green tea. So let me just say you have what we call hyperpigmentation. So you know what hyperpigmentation is, right? Like that, in your skin. Right, cool. On the arm and stuff like that. You rub some of this, you rub some lime, you have different things they can actually do to even get rid of those things. Of course. So after a while you have no razor bumps. Notice I don't have no razor bumps and things. Long time I used to have razor bumps. Now there's a thing in the past. What is razor bumps? You know what I'm saying? And that is from taking care of your skin.
But I have a
King's
problem.
lungs take it away.
I have a problem.
Tell me.
Right? And you may be able to help me with it.
I do have that kind of...
No, that. If you notice here, I don't want the people there to see. I want to turn my chair.
Right.
See that it?
Yeah, it's like, it's
You
called a
can't
stress
understand
patch. It's a
that.
stress patch.
No, well, you know what the scores are, right?
No.
Stress.
You never do nothing but...
I had a stress patch.
You take your stress by yourself, brother.
I didn't know I stopped stressing.
You take your stress.
Listen, at the end of the day...
You take your stress by yourself.
Different things this cause that, right?
Right.
Stress, your health, lack of sleep, all these different things contribute to hair loss and bad skin and all these things.
But you never had none,
Diet,
so it can't
never
be
had
worse.
none. You gotta blame your parents for that. I can't blame your parents for that.
I can't get this thing to full out.
You could. Now, you have things you could do. For example, you have something called derma rolling. Derma rolling is a little device that you could use, and it kind of damages the skin and creates, tricks the body to send in collagen to the area.
Right, okay.
And collagen, of course, is responsible
for
hair growth and skin and all these different type of things.
Yes.
So you have things you can do with modern medicine now to encourage those different things. You can use like finasteride, you can use monoxide in the area and stuff like that. It's like different things to help grow hair.
Right? Can go get all the hand thing,
That's what you get for miracle. No, we don't
No, it is usually, I just cut off this.
You ever see a Chinese with hair all hair thing like a full beard?
Hey guys, sorry to cut it to your time.
Time up.
So anyhow,
I just say, I just say.
So
is that time already?
Yeah.
All right, now, all right.
Well, Eric had to go man. So anyhow, it have one more thing that I wanna mention with this spa as well too. So we take care of men. It's not just you come and you get a haircut, and that's the difference though. You can come in the space and feel like this is my space.
Yeah.
This is my space to get my nails done. This is my space to to get
So
a
it's
massage.
one person at a time?
No, we have
multiple
stations.
Okay.
So you have things like pedicures.
No.
Now you know it is important with the health to take care of it at least once a month. Different. Because also when your nail tech checking your foot and they see that big fungus, and your foot always smelling a particular way.
Right.
And that's not normal.
Yeah.
It might be normal, yes, but not really normal. Now they will actually watch to see, listen, something is wrong there. And now could recommend different things. And sometimes it can actually be internal. It's different things. So they will know from one. That's what your feet are.
Yeah.
Your feet is like a telltale sign of something else, So all these different things we have there.
Watch my
And it's a little different. We even
You
have...
can watch my own. No, don't watch nobody else.
Well, you can dig that shit out anyway.
Watch my own. Don't watch nobody else.
We even have things for, you see, like fellas who need to get the confidence back with the hairline and all that kind of thing. No. That's a whole magic scene by itself. I have people walk in, looking one way,
and come out.
and come on looking.
Yeah, the video, you have a video.
Completely
Show me the video.
You have a video there?
Yeah, we have a video. We have a video. Show me the video. We have a video. We have a video.
I think that's a good friend of ours.
Yes, folks, I'm back here at King's Lounge Barber Spa. Just finished my final SMP session, and it's looking great. I'm feeling great. They just take off 15 years of my 52 years. So you see how I'm looking. Fresh, green. King's Lounge Barber Spa is the best. Number one in my book. You can find them at Arima. King's Lounge Barber Spa, number one.
Complete. So
what's his name? Lazarus?
No, but we have something called the Lazarus effect to it, but I will let you
They will bring you back from the dead,
I love that.
Yeah.
A lot of men want to come back from the dead and truth.
Yeah.
So you don't want to call the price of this product? You have to come and find out.
No, I'll tell you, that's 185.
I want
this will last about 2 months something, you know, depending. That part right there?
Yeah.
Pump, and that's it.
But update. You got
Nah, that's what
I got an Xbox.
No.
Oh, alright.
That's taking care of you, man.
Yeah.
2 months, I say, right? I can't get 2 months if I really stretch it, if I put water.
So water, you say, you know, you're wicked, man.
Stretch it.
You're wicked, man.
I like it, this product.
Oh, God,
Don't worry, I got you.
Hey guys, we gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, so let's check out King's Lounge. What's your handles? You have handles? You have a number to contact?
King's Lounge Barber Spa, Instagram, you know, Facebook. Just now we'll be able to do the TikTok thing now, you know.
Yeah, boy. Oh, you feeling that too?
Yeah.
That bothers me so much.
But,
you too?
And as soon as I get a new platform, and next one go and jump out, you have to say that one too. And
so, but it's the same thing right through King's Lounge Barber Spa, you know, YouTube all over the place, you know.
And you're located on a Mirror Road.
But we actually have a new location.
Really?
A second location in Movie Town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we
Port
have
of Spain Movie
Town, right? So we have an expression.
You know what? No. Let me be wild when you reach that.
Alright.
Just make sure you're not going with your regular barber price in your pocket.
You're not price. No. Believe it or not, you will be surprised. And this is how people come in over and over and over. Because they're getting value for your money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people, it's like, oh, that's the price? That's the response we just get a lot.
Right.
You know?
So, okay, good.
So I can tell you, yeah.
So come in, Olia, to King's Lounge Barber Spa. And I would make a check and but take him on these products.
Well, listen, I don't mind doing a little giveaway now if anybody
Hey!
wants to give away now, you know.
No, not to give you.
Oh, you want to give me this one?
No. You will get your own personal one. I actually tried them, say, Eric, I don't know how you want to do the giveaway until you get some of them.
So Olia, how you doing now?
What we doing now?
We're gonna do
We can save it and we can do next week.
Right. I like that.
Right.
But we all got time.
I've heard about that one. So they can shampoo.
Ferdinand, Daddy boy.
Oh, Daddy, I know. The man messaging you.
Daddy Ferdinand, boy.
The man doing so.
You buying your own lights.
Daddy. It's not expensive. They're cheaper than some other barber shops. Alright.
Thanks, Cyrus.
Well, here's the barber who went down by the financial place with the million. Not you. I don't know. I just said.
He's trying to say.
I asked a question.
It can never be with the prices and with the charge. That can never happen.
No way.
You tell her that.
So, folks, there you have it. Thanks so much, Ferdinand. Kevin, Ferdinand,
La Fleur, the third?
Yeah.
Daddy boss.
Yeah, I got some brother Ferdy.
The third or the fourth?
Nice pants.
For me, I'm the third.
The third, right? And small man is the fourth, yeah, but small man is, you know.
So you want to really thank
like small man,
Kevin for coming on. Again, you know all his handles. If you want to find him for you're getting married, you're having party, you're having private zest.
Pyrotechnics.
I don't know any EGA or BA or...
If you want to go on a yacht,
any boat ride, yes, that is a restaurant.
Yeah.
Make sure and check him out.
Check me
Hold on.
Check me first.
Bag of worries.
But that is an expense. Anyway, that's for next week. We go do that next week.
Let me learn this thing for night for now.
But you can turn this part down,
right?
sir.
I don't know. Probably could. Just light him up and
Hey, what? In dinner table and no, it's a restaurant.
As a controller guy, I need to get back to the regular schedule program. It's been fun.
We leave the people.
Our very first session for 2022.
2022, yeah.
Alright, so next week we'll return for another time of Rub-a-Dub-Dub, Treatment on a Tub. Look out for it, friends. Thanks so very much. Look again at it on shirts to your friends. Share it around the world. We come back to you next week. God spare life. God bless you. We are out.
Outside.
We close off with something from the man himself here.